Hello, my name is Will Gallagher, and I'll be your instructor for the Math 155 course. I'm recording this welcome video, orientation video, for use during the spring of 2026. It may be used in later semesters, so if you're watching this and it's something beyond the spring of 2026, that means nothing has changed and all the information is still basically relevant. This video is being recorded for the 7 week semester. Again, though, I'm hopeful that it'll be useful in full term, first term, whatever. All right. What I want to do is go over some documents with you, and then I'm going to take a look with you at the website that you're going to be using. The first thing that I want to look at is the actual syllabus. So let's go there first. Again, the syllabus says that this is Math 155, Section 41. If you're not in Section 41, that's okay. The information that I give will still be relevant. And as I said, it says spring of 2026, that you may be watching this video sometime later than the spring of 2026. But again, all the information is still relevant. On this syllabus or course of study, as some call it, you'll see my name, your instructor's name. My name is here. My office phone number is here. My email address is here. My office location is here, and you'll see that office hours are by appointment. The course description states that this class is designed to present methods and concepts of statistics, including visual data presentation, descriptive statistics, probability estimation, hypothesis testing, correlation, and linear regression. The prereqs are stated. You need to have either completed MTE 1 through 5 or MCR 5 as a co-req. The textbook is the 6th edition of statistical reasoning. Note that for this class, you really don't have to have a physical copy of the text. I put that information in there because some people like to have a physical copy, but you certainly do not have to. There is an access code you must have. You must have access to the Pearson website. And on that website, as I will show you here in a little while, you can access a e-text from that location. Calculator, you need to have a TI-84. On the website, you'll be given the opportunity to use StatCrunch. You can also use Excel. But know that I use a TI-84. I do not use StatCrunch. I know how to use Excel, but I do not know, I've never used StatCrunch. So if you decide to use StatCrunch and you run into problems, I probably won't be able to help you. All right. I can help you with the TI calculator. I can help you with Excel. I really can't help you with StatCrunch. So be aware of that. Attendance. This class is online, therefore there are no face-to-face meetings. But understand that the student is required to come on campus for the final exam or make arrangements for some alternate location. Arrangements like that need to be made 3 weeks in advance, and they have to be approved by me. Understand that you will not be taking your final exam at home. You will not be taking it at work or at a friend's house or your mom and dad's or whatever. A proctor must be, well, preferably a proctoring location would be a college or university testing center with a testing director or testing coordinator. Some libraries have testing centers. Some military bases, if you're deployed somewhere, have them. But again, proctoring arrangements have to be made and approved by me in advance. Now, this syllabus contains a lot of information. At this point, I'll tell you, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to skip over some stuff and leave a lot here for you to read. For example, under methods of evaluation, you need to read this thoroughly, but let me point out that there's a 10% penalty for late homework. There's a 20% penalty for any late quizzes or tests. All right. Um, Again, read all this thoroughly for yourself. The other thing I will skip down to here is item 9. This tells you the breakdown of the percentages. Quizzes are 25%, homework is 25%, tests are 25%, and the final exam is 25%. The usual 10-point scale will be used. And again, makeup policy is repeating the fact that there are penalties for work that's turned in late. Now, a lot of this other stuff, again, I will let you read for yourself. All right. A lot of this I will go over in another document as far as how you get into the website and get started. The course objectives are here. These are all the objectives for the entire course. Tells you what you will be studying, what you're expected to learn. Things like the central limit theorem that's mentioned, analyzation of scatter plots and linearity and influential points. The college's emergency statement is here. Instructions for individuals with disabilities is here. There are a couple of important dates here that you might want to pay attention to, like the date to drop and receive a refund, the date to withdraw without a penalty. My student engagement hours are here. And again, there's a lot of stuff here that I will basically leave for you to read for yourself. That syllabus is going to be emailed to you, especially in the weeks leading up to the start of class. I send it out pretty periodically. You'll also see that it's posted in the website that we're going to use. So that syllabus is there for you. Anytime you want to see it, read it, print it, download it, it's there. All right. Next thing I will look at is our schedule. Again, this is the schedule for the spring of 2026. If you are in a course that meets later, like the summer of 26, fall of 26, or something like that, there will be an updated schedule sent out to you and posted in the website. But with this schedule, what I want to point out is, since this is a late start class, some deadlines cover only one chapter. For example, in the spring of 26, chapter 1, everything pertaining to chapter 1, the homework, the quiz, the test, has one due date. Chapters 2 and 3 have their own due date. 4 and 5 have separate due dates, but 6 and 7 share a due date. 8 and 9 share a due date. All right. And again, here is the reminder that the exam must be taken on the VHCC campus, and that is unless you've made other arrangements, which have to be made well in advance. Another document here that you will be sent, that you need to pay attention to, is this syllabus agreement document. Again, this is the one for spring of 26. Other semesters will have one of their own. This document basically says you've read the syllabus, you understand, you agree to follow it, you know that you have to come on campus to take your final exam, or get an approved location 3 weeks in advance. This needs to be filled out and returned to me by the indicated date. All right, the date is here. You can print this, sign it, you can print this out on a hard copy, print your name, sign it, date it, and send it back to me as a picture. You can download this document, this Word document, and type in your name and send it back. But what you need to do is get that document back to me one way or another as either an email attachment, which is what most people do, or you can just drop it off at the college, slide it under my door. All right. But again, most people just download it, type in their name, save that, and send it back. All right. Also have here a proctor request form. Again, be aware that this is a proctor request form, not a proctor demand form. That means that if your proctor isn't appropriate, it won't be approved. But if you think that you have a reason for a proctor, this is the form that you fill out and send it back to me. Again, it's another document that will be sent to you by email. Right? And the fifth document that I wanted to look at, I think I've got that count right. This is the page that contains the student registration instructions. Again, this will be sent to you by email. And it shows what you see here is there's more than one way to get started in the course. If you've never used the Pearson site, you can click on this link, which I would like to click on that and show you how it goes. But since I have used it and I have an account, it's not going to work for me. But if you click on this link, it will walk you through the process of creating an account. And frankly, that's no more difficult than creating, say, like an Amazon account. You put in your first name, your last name, your email address. The email address you use needs to be your VHCC email, which you need to be checking on a very regular basis. And you just go through the steps. You can pay for use of the website with a code that you get from the online bookstore. You can pay with a credit card. You can pay with PayPal. There is also an option for 14 days of temporary access. And I've had people contact me say, I'm going to get behind because I haven't gotten the code to pay for the course yet, or I don't have the money to pay for the course yet. You do not have to get behind. You've got 14 days where you can use the site for free. Once you go through the process, you can go to my course and it will take you in. In the future, when you want to go back in, you can just use this link. And once your account's created, once you've put yourself into the course, this link will take you to your course materials. And what does that basically look like? Well, when you first go to the page, it should look something like this. And you can click on the sign in. That is, again, after you've created an account. The first time you go in, when you haven't created an account yet, you do that. You can do that right here. Again, if you don't use the link I've shown you, you can do that right here. Once you create the account, it's going to look something like this. Again, you're going to see a lot more courses here because these are all my courses. But your course will be the Math 155. And again, pick the appropriate section number for the appropriate semester. When you go in, your course looks something like this. You have your home. Here you can see the syllabus. So as I said, the syllabus is always there for you. Anytime you want to read it, print it, download it, here it is. The schedule is there. And again, if you're watching this video and it's not the spring of 26, this schedule will be different. The syllabus will have the correct semester and year on it, but the structure will be the same. Where do you do your work? Well, all work is done under the assignments tab. The only exception to that is the final exam. You'll see the final exam is not here. You'll be taking a paper exam, but everything else is. So you go in and you will simply do things in the order that you come to them. Chapter 0 homework is basically an introduction, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1 review, 1 test. All right, so this is all the chapter 1 material. And again, depending upon what semester you're in the class, these dates will change accordingly. And you just follow the work in order as it's posted according to the dates. All right, so again, all work except for the final exam is right here. The next thing, student gradebook, is right here. If you're wondering, what is my running average? It is right here under overall score. The StatCrunch that I mentioned, that as I've told you, I don't use, is right here. There are data sets that are sometimes mentioned in the book, and they are here. Even though most people don't end up using them, typically the homework assignments will show them to you. Now, as far as gaining access to things like your textbook, there's more than one approach, more than one way to go. If you click here, it tells you that your textbook is here. So you can just click there and open the book. It takes a minute. It really does take a minute, but there it is. All right. This is not really the approach that I prefer, right? But again, you can go in, pick a chapter, do the homework, take quizzes and tests, work on the study plan, etc. Again, not my preferred approach. Here's what I would suggest. Go down here to the video and resource library. Once it opens up, I like this better because you can jump to any location you want. If you say, I'm in chapter 3, and in chapter 3, I want to look at section number 2, then you just choose chapter 3, section 2. And if you want to look at the book, choose multimedia textbook, click on it, open the link. And personally, this is my preferred avenue for entering the textbook. All right. So again, once it gets done doing what it does, you'll see that you're in the book. All right. And you can open, at this point, you can open the table of contents and go to any other chapter, any other section, and you'll jump right into that particular chapter and section of the book. But what else is here? If you don't want to look at the book, if you want to see, well, are there any videos? Select that. And there are the videos that are available for chapter 3, section 2. Is there a Excel tutorial? Click on it, and if there is one, it would show it to you. Is there some sort of animation? Click on it, and here they are. Here's the animations. Here's the videos. Are there any study slides? Well, here they are. All right, so any of the resources that you're interested in, if you go to the video and resource library, pick a chapter, pick a section, tell it what you want to see, it will take you there. All right. So that is a quick overview of the documents you're going to see and the website that you're going to use. Welcome to the Math 155 class, and reach out to me if you have anything that I can help you with.